All right, we're live here at the Larstein's Homestead. How you doing there, gang? We should have people jumping on pretty soon. Let me go ahead and play the little bit of the intro for you so you can get all acquainted with the ridiculousness of this podcast.
I'm so stupid, I can't even shoot a gun. I'm so stupid, I see everybody as one. I can't even be blue. I can't even. Hey, yeah, I'm so stupid. I'm a retard. I'm so stupid. I'm a retard. I'm so stupid. 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 I'm so stupid.
Hey, you guys. Right. Size on. Yeah. We're going to see the awesome man from Ireland. Hi, how are you, brother?
Buenas noches. Oh, sorry. Good evening, I mean.
Buenas noches.
Senor, how are you, Mr.
Very good. Very good. How are you, brother?
I'm good. I'm good. Nice and refreshed. Had a good sleep today. Seen that I was up until 5 o'clock. Well, I woke up. Yeah, no, actually, I woke up in the middle of the night and then I went on a Zoom in the US until about 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, that's
Then I went
great.
back for the snooze. So I'm okay.
Very cool.
Hmm.
We got Hot Jesus on.
Hey, there.
Hey,
Buenas noches, Des.
Hey, Hot Jesus.
I want to have
Jesus.
fun is insane.
Nothing pleases like hot cheeses.
Nice. Oh, I love that. That was good. That was really good. Oh, thank you so much, Eric.
God damn it. Fucking long hair.
There we are.
And Laura, how are you, baby?
Hey, how are you?
Very good. You have the wildest looking thing, Laura.
Oh,
The wildest looking thing? What's that?
It's all green and
Let me see.
oh,
Is that better?
now it's all lines.
Oh, sorry. It must be my phone. Don't worry. I'm getting an upgraded phone next week.
Oh, it's no problem. I don't care. I love it anyways. Just having you on is awesome.
Yeah, let me turn it off and turn it back on, see if that helps.
Okay.
How's that?
Doesn't matter. Just keep it on. Who cares?
Okay. I'm riding with Michael. We're in the car together running some errands.
Hey, Michael, how are you, baby?
Lars, my man. What's happened to my man?
Just hanging out on the podcast, just chilling,
And
like a
and
villain.
my ad looking good.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
I wish I could see you. I know you always look good, baby.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Hey,
oh,
how
boy.
did you like seeing Laura in the video? That she looks beautiful, right?
Well,
Oh, yeah. The intro video. He didn't see because we're actually in the car. He's driving.
Oh,
well,
okay.
Lars, I love her, so she could like walk around in a bucket, and I'd still think she was hot.
Well, she would be hot in a bucket.
There you go. There you go.
She's the hottest girl ever in any bucket.
All right. Well, we're about to go in somewhere. We're running some errands, but we'll pop on a bit later, okay? How long are you going to be on?
Probably about an hour and a half.
Okay. We'll see you in a
I
bit
love
then.
you guys. Big,
All
big
right, love
kiss.
you.
Mwah.
Love you too. Great
Bye.
cigars, by the way. Great cigars.
Lars. Hey, Lars, thank you, brother. Those cigars and stuff. Spice cake.
Oh, well, now that it got there and I know that it got there okay, I'm going to send more stuff to you.
You don't have to do that, brother. Jesus.
I know I don't, but I love to.
Your generosity is good enough as it is, you know.
Oh, it's all good, baby.
I
So,
won't take away your happiness if you want.
thank you. I love that.
Here's an interesting thing. I've always done things for. I think you know me a bit, Lars. I've always been the one that would do things for people, you know. I remember even one time I was in London at Victoria Station. And it's only a simple story, but I've always been one of these guys that give you half my heart, and that's the way it is, you know. But I remember talking to a guy, and he was homeless. He never asked me for money, and never asked me for nothing. It was probably November, that kind of the time of the year. It was getting cool, and I was going on a coach to a place called Bognor Regis, right? And I had a nice warm jacket on me, and then I had an overnight bag, another warm jacket in it, and stuff like that. The jacket I had on was a good jacket. The jacket in the bag was a wolfskin, called Wolfskin, worth about, at the time, £300 sterling, which was a lot of money. I asked your man, when I was leaving, I said, "Where's your coat?" And he said he didn't have one. Which coat did I give him?
The sterling.
I gave him the one in the bag. And I remember somebody saying to me, "Why did you give him that expensive coat?" I said, "Because I got a bed to sleep in tonight. He hasn't." You know what I mean? So I thought I might keep him warmer. But I've always been doing the things that I like to do for people. And then I had an interesting conversation with somebody during the week. And I was saying, actually mentioned your cigars, you know. And I said, and I know that was in the conversation. And we just said, I said, like, I never ask anybody for anything, because I never asked you for those cigars, Lars. As you know.
I know.
I never ask anybody, and anybody in cigar world and anything can say I've never asked anybody for anything, just the way I was brought up. But I've always given, no matter what in life. People were stuck when people, you know, I've always tried to help whatever way I can. And then the person said an interesting point. You're always saying no, Si. You're always saying no, 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 no. And they said, look, when you give something, how does it make you feel? And I said, it makes me feel happy, you know, that I could help, or happy as a gift. And they said, do you not think that by you refusing, that would take away their happiness? But that was a good point by him, wasn't it?
That is a really good point. I agree with that too. I think that's really true.
Yeah, I never thought about it that way before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it does make people happy to be able to share with people the things they love.
Yeah. It was weird.
Yeah.
I never thought about it that way. I always thought, I know I don't want to be putting people out. I know I don't want, you know, I don't need that. And you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I think that it's really good if people want to share the things they love. It's just they're giving, and it makes them happy, and it makes everybody, you know, more giving.
Yeah.
That's why I never deny it when my girlfriend wants to share her girlfriends with me.
Oh boy.
I just want her to be happy.
You know, old saying, sharing is caring.
That's right.
Hey,
teamwork.
Teamwork, yeah. There's no I in team.
That's right. But there's 3 in syphilis.
Very good.
I don't even know if there are 3. I have no idea. I can't spell it.
Oh, yes. 2.
Oh, 2. Well,
I think it starts S-Y.
Oh, there you go. See, that's how stupid I am. Oh, man. I never said I was a gynecologist.
But you'll have a bloody good look.
That's right. But I haven't stopped trying. So, how have you been? What have you been doing this week, Si?
Yeah, what was I doing this week? Not that much, really.
It seems like the European cigar lounge has been going pretty good.
Yeah, it's going pretty good. But Des on the other night, Cigar Cabin. You know Des, our Des.
Of course. Des and I are doing a podcast starting Thursday. This coming Thursday, we're going to be doing the Cigar Cabin podcast.
Yeah, so he was over the moon, and he was real happy, to be asked to go on, and it was very interesting because
I saw the thing with you and Des. I loved that.
Yeah, he was such a good guy, and such a good friend of mine. He's a dear brother and friend. And it was a very interesting show, and it was very good. And so we done that, and I had a few other things to do during the week, and then football training with Zach and blah. And it was a bit crazy, but last night it was tired, man. It was one of them busy weeks, and then we got the bodybuilding season is coming up again. Most contests are going to be starting for 222, so I have a few things to do with that, and I had people on to me about different things, and then I had a couple of guys on to me to go and see them, see if they're in shape, what they have to do. I have to be brutally honest with them when they're
Tommy.
there. So it's been one of the busy weeks.
Awesome. Well, I think that the one that you did, the little podcast thing you did on the European Cigar Lounge, International Cigar Lounge, that was really great. And I loved the way that you and Des interact with each other. It's awesome.
Yeah,
really good.
Who have we got this week? Melanie Cisco this week.
Very cool.
Patricia, Queen of Ash, the week after. She's a nice girl. And then the week after that, we have a male, but I'm not going to give it away yet. It's a pretty good one as well,
Oh, very cool. Well,
Cy,
we have a little royalty on here today. The Z-Man. Yeah, baby.
Royalty.
Polish royalty? Is that Polish royalty?
No. It's hardcore, real royalty, man.
Mm.
Andy said, "Don't come and look for me, Cy. Then the only shape is in round." I have no idea. I like it though. I love it, Andy. Good job.
I think where Andy's working. Twinny's working.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish Twinny wasn't working on a Saturday because he could come on with us. He could come on at 7 o'clock.
I know. That would be cool.
Buzz,
We got Mike on, Melina, Jay, Leo Stone, Eric Hess. Leo, yeah, baby. What's up? That's Leo.
Where did Leo get to? I had a great show. Had a great show with Cisco Kid. Mel the other day was great. Excellent. Oh, I had a great show.
Oh, Andy's watching it in the office. That's cool.
Was that Leo's comment there? So I had a great show. Yeah, I actually had a good show with LD. I didn't actually know I would.
Yep, with the Cisco Kid Mel.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very, very much. It was funny because I didn't think it was the guest. I just thought it was a Zoom thing, and when I went on, I was the guest. So at least I was prepared in my brain.
Very cool.
But it was good. It went down very well. Bloody hell, it had a lot of views and a lot of shares. Over 70 shares.
Oh, that's awesome. Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. Yep, sure is.
So, Tommy, how are you, brother?
I'm good. Raining and cold here in northern New Jersey. How's it by you?
Yeah, same thing.
It's dark and mild.
It's getting cold.
Tommy came over for a lunch the other day. It was awesome. We had a great time together. I actually am gonna
filet mignon for me. So
who cooked? Who cooked?
I cooked.
Oh yeah.
I cooked. I had a beautiful shrimp curry to start with, right? Like this cream shrimp curry soup that was delicious, and then I had butternut squash done real crispy with lots of seasonings on it, and filet mignon.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm coming back today and tomorrow.
Yeah, he's making it a regular stop.
Yeah,
don't blame him.
It'll be lunch and dinner now. But that's all right.
Right.
And I think we smoked a cigar too, right?
Yes, we did. Hey, there's noise coming from somebody's, but I have no idea who.
I don't know. Could be me. Hold on. See if you hear.
It's not me.
Yeah, that's it. Was it a window open?
No, it's just the car's loud. I'm doing this mobile, as you can see with the seatbelt and everything. So
got ya.
Switch. Hold on.
Oh, that's much better.
That's quiet.
Yeah.
You could hear a pin drop here.
Yeah, and I can hear the rooster drop.
Yeah, I'm in the garden, so it's just quiet.
That's
okay,
awesome.
is that better now?
Yeah, much better.
Okay. I had to go back to the head earpiece.
How are you doing, Frank? What was the week like for you?
It was a busy one, and we're moving around today. I got to take my wife to the train station. She's got to go out to Ohio and then drive back with her mom. So we're in the car right now because we only got a couple hours. Got to drop some stuff off. There you can see. There she is.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, Mrs. Frank. Hello, Mrs. Frank.
Great to see you.
What's her first
name? Yes, I changed. My hair grows out real quick.
Thanks for coming on the other night, Frank, to watch the Zoom thing.
Oh yeah, no worries. Like I said, I like to do a little bit more often. I think Tuesday, just all depends because I think it's 2:00 my time. So I just if I have a free moment, or maybe I'll put it on as I'm typing away in the background a little bit. We'll just try and interject that way.
Excellent. But I appreciate it from the heart, brother. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. Hey, you're great people, you and Des and everyone, and it's good to meet people across the pond, I guess.
Yeah.
You want to say it that way? So.
This week we got, if you missed
and
it,
then,
we got, me and Andy have Melanie Cisco as guest, so that'd be nice. That should be entertaining.
Yeah, I just said congratulations to her because she moved down to the Dominican, I guess.
Yeah, she moved there, is she?
Yeah, she moved. I think she's. I don't know for certain if she's.
Where did she move
from? For Fuente, but Florida. She was in. I can't remember where in Florida, but she moved from there. I guess she's doing something down there. I would think, but you could ask the question. She might be doing something with Fuente. I mean, they're all good friends, so who knows?
Looks like Classic Devin has a classic stick. I'm loving it.
Okay, see, now we can't say that because I was about to tell you, Devin. I'm like, you were looking at it perplexed, like, is there something wrong? So we don't want to portray the wrong image of a great cigar. Okay,
that is more of a look of intrigue.
Oh God!
I don't know. Like it's like when I'm drinking a good beer or wine or bourbon or something. I'll sit there and look at it more than I spend time sipping on it or smoking it.
Yeah, well, Devin likes to really take things in deeply and analyze them. He doesn't just do a casual smoking a cigar, casual drinking a beer. He gets into depth in it and really wants to understand the complexities of it, feel the complexities, and taste the complexities.
There you go.
Yeah,
I may not
be
very vocal about it, but that's what I'm doing.
Oh, I know. I've known you for a while now. That is what you do. It's pretty awesome, too. And that's why also you can create the things you create because you look deeply into things. Devin's a deep thinker, deep analyzer.
I used to do that with
and then he could be easy and subtle watching moonshiners, right, buddy?
Well, yeah, dude. I was sitting there. That thing. I watch it with my dad like every week. It's it used to be 3 separate things, but now it all runs into one like long 3-hour episode or something. They do moonshiners, and then they do the master distiller show, and then they do a barbecue show afterwards with some of the same guys.
On what?
And it's really, I mean, some of the shit they do is so stupid, and they make so much stress for themselves, but they are so creative in what they do, like making spirits out of different fruits or fucking tree barks. The way they build their stills and their still sites, it's just. And then I like watching the barbecue because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try that next time I cook something, you know.
Nah,
so I'll just stay there for
not
3
for me.
hours.
I couldn't watch all that. I couldn't watch that. I'd end up wanting all that booze, all that food. I just want to get drunk and gorge out halfway through the show.
Pretty much.
So
Yes, there you go.
Good for me. You know?
Yeah, it's a stimulator for that.
Yeah.
But
I
you know,
resist anything but temptation.
the interesting thing is, I did when I did a number of batches of moonshine. One of the batches of moonshine, I took pine needles and put it in the mash, and a lot of the time I took peat moss right from Scotland and smoked it, and then put that in the mash. It was pretty cool.
Oh, smoked it. Yeah, sorry, I thought you meant you smoked it.
No.
Smoked it as in smoking meat and stuff.
Yeah, no, I smoked the peat moss from Scotland.
The ash of the peat moss in, were you?
Okay. And sometimes I use it to smoke, like when I'm in my smoker, when I'm smoking some kind of grain that I'm going to use for the mash. I also used it for smoking meats too, because fuck it, I love that peat moss from Scotland. It's awesome. So Mark and Digger, are those the guys you're talking about with the moonshining, Devin?
Yeah, Mark, Digger, Tickle, Tim, Josh, all those guys. They're really interesting to watch.
Tickle always cracks me up.
Yep.
Is it a podcast?
No, it's a TV show.
No. It's a program. It's a TV show. And then when it first started, like I haven't seen it in a long time. When it first started, you know, they basically cataloged up in the mountains, you know, these guys doing it and then getting away from the law and stuff like that, doing it pretty illegal. And I guess didn't it morph into more legal distilling? I don't. They're still doing it. Okay. Because I know the one. Well, I know the one guy. The one guy actually decided he wanted to go. He wanted to go straight with it, and he actually had his own distillery.
Yeah. Tim Smith is the only one to go legit so far, I think. And
okay, Tim. Yeah.
Yeah. His company is Climax.
Climax.
Tim has a legal distillery.
Yep.
Leo
yeah.
said.
But it's if you like that fresh whiskey taste, that like young whiskey, then he's your man.
Yeah, I've seen that program before. That was when Frank was saying he used to be running through the woods away from the law and everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Last night, one of the still sites got busted by the feds, and everybody just scattered.
Really? Holy shit!
Oh, yeah.
Well, look, if you're putting it on TV, I think that they're going to be able to figure out where you are.
Yeah.
It just adds to the atmosphere, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think a lot of it is for drama.
Yeah.
Because I think technically because they're doing it for television, they can't really get in trouble. Because it's like the TV channel is like, hey, come do this for us or whatever. I'm sure there's still some issues, but there you go. I thought they had something too, maybe. I love Mark and Digger, man. Those guys are funny.
Yeah. Do you guys ever watch? Do you guys ever see a program called Alaskan Bush People?
No.
That's pretty famous over here.
You've seen that, Tommy?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
Yeah. I think the father is dead, but they start from scratch doing everything. They live off the land and all that. And I was thinking to myself, what fucking misery. Because it's bloody freezing there. You know what I mean? It's cold and wet and snowy and fucking hell. So
They live
tough.
like it's 150 years ago.
Yeah. I just thought
They
it's a
live
bit
off-
hardship.
Off the grid.
And every time they
Not
buy a
for me,
boat,
man.
no way. Every time they buy a boat, the bloody thing sinks. I mean, that's no
Yeah.
good. I learned after the third boat going down. Hey, see, these river seafaring ideas ain't so good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
The only thing they have is internet porn. That's about it. Everything else is off the grid.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
Fucking grizzly bears and everything.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of grizzly bears up there.
Isn't it?
We had
isn't
grizzly
Thanksgiving-
bears in our farm upstate New York. We had grizzly bears, we had black bears, brown bears, all that stuff.
Them things can kill you.
Sure can. They're no joke, man.
There's
See
a
'em
lot
going
of black bear by me. A lot of turkeys, a lot of deer, a lot of black bear.
Yeah.
Some coyotes.
Speaking of turkeys, isn't it Thanksgiving there soon?
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Hey, it'd be interesting.
Listen-
When is it? When is it?
Thursday, the third Thursday of the month. I think it's in 2 weeks or something.
Yeah. Isn't it-
But
Yeah.
Go
2
ahead.
weeks.
Isn't there the story that, like, when the Quaker or whoever came from England, the Pilgrims, and they landed there for Thanksgiving and all that, and they shot a turkey, and so you're all eating turkey on that day and all that.
no, it was one of the presidents that started because they couldn't sell turkeys. They were like trying to do that as a marketing ploy. And one of the presidents started it out to have turkey for Thanksgiving. Usually it was the original stuff was like fish and
So I thought, do you know what I
different
thought? I thought
birds
that
and-
was true. So I thought to myself, imagine if they shot a wildcat instead. You'd all be eating pussy for Thanksgiving.
True story.
That's what I was thinking.
I would eat that. I would definitely.
Yeah. Low carb. We're okay.
Low carb, we'll be okay.
Low carbs.
Yeah. Not too
That's
filling. Oh God.
Well, we'll try to fill it.
Try to fill it exactly.
We're going to keep working on that one.
Some of us are a little luckier than others.
That's right.
Or have it a little easier.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Hey-o.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Are we starting again?
Of
No,
course.
always.
We never
Always
stop.
going.
I
but-
heard the little yell. You know.
That's right.
Hey, once you pop, the fun don't stop.
That's right.
Oh,
I
shit.
know.
I get sued for saying that, right? You know
I,
the whole thing?
I remember having Thanksgiving one year in Paris, and it was the only year I really wasn't with my family during Thanksgiving, and it was awesome. Though we had a great time. We had it was so funny. One of the owners of like one of the like premier little French restaurants, it wasn't little, it's a big restaurant in Paris, was had a private closed down the restaurant, and it was me and him and a couple of our other buddies. Well, we just threw this huge Thanksgiving party, and it was like everybody from the fashion industry, a ton of models and photographers and, you know, art directors and people in the industry all came out. We just had this big Thanksgiving dinner. It was awesome. It was great. The best food for Thanksgiving ever, because it was like gourmet French food making American Thanksgiving dinner. It was so awesome. And of course, they were asking me, like, what's the American, you know, Thanksgiving dinner? So I just, you know, stepped it up a little notch.
My Thanksgiving dinner is food.
Food, yeah. Speaking of France, Lars,
Sure.
I went to I don't know if I'll go back there again, but I went to this this wedding in a place called Salé du Soleil, right? It's about 40 miles from Toulouse, and next stop Pyrenees and all that. Beautiful looking place and all that. Well, we're down the village, and for about 2 days, because there was a wedding up in this hunting lodge up in the hills, and we were going there, and I was kind of getting a bit fed up because in the village they'd know the food wasn't great. It was a lot of leaves and a lot of greens, and I'm a bit allergic to salad sometimes. But I like meat, and they never give you enough meat in France. They give you a sliver of this and a bit of this and a bit of that, and I thought, Jesus, that's not good. But when I went, we used to go up every day. I used to go up with Lisa's brother to help decorate the place for the wedding. And every time we went up, he went on the left-hand side. There was these perches, massive perches. They look like fucking Jesus could get crucified on them, those kind of things. And I was like, what are they? And he goes, they're eagle perches. They're eagles. So every time we went up, I was looking for these eagles. Not one bloody eagle to be seen. So on the day of the wedding, we were going up in the car, and I was sat in the back of the car with this Christian brother, an old Christian brother, and his name was Jerry. And Aidan goes, Jerry, look to your left. He says, there's eagles, eagles. And he goes, looks over, and there's nothing on the perch. And he goes, oh, there's nothing over there. I said, yeah, they were there yesterday. I said, blasting out Hotel California.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Man, it was crazy.
So, oh yeah, I love that song. So, and that reminds me also, that's funny that you said that, because that reminds me of Paris too, because actually there was a here, let's see. Hang on 1 second. That stupid thing just went. There was a girl that I knew in Paris that she was really one of the writers on Hotel California.
Wow.
And she kept the majority of the publishing and gave them the writing credits. She was dating one of the guys from the Eagles. I think it was the drummer who became the lead singer, Don Henley.
Well, Don Henley.
Yeah, and they were dating, and then she wrote that song, and they took the credit. She took the majority of the publishing money, and she had so much money from that song. She had a huge amount of properties. And there's this little island in Paris called Ile Saint-Louis, and she owned a couple buildings on that property. And she was still pretty young, but she owned a couple buildings on that property. And she just gave me one of the fucking big penthouse apartments on that just to fuck around it.
Wow.
Yeah, I had that. I had 3 places, a brownstone and 2 big apartments in Paris when I was living there.
Wow.
Just fucked around.
That's cool.
And it was cool because the Duomo was right off over the bridge from Ile Saint-Louis, and then you could go right up Rue Boulanger and have all these like little farmer markets and great little cafes. And there they serve big steaks with Roquefort on top. Big steaks with Roquefort. Delicious. And big plates of French fries. Oh my God. Big mug of beer. I don't drink, but every once in a while, when the beer is like this big, I'm drinking one drink. One beer.
And a lot of wee-wee.
True story.
How were they to Americans, Lars?
What, baby?
How are they to Americans?
They don't really look. Okay, so you got to think about it. The French are different than the Parisians. Parisians think that they're better than everybody, but the regular French people are pretty cool with Americans, but the Parisians are like some asshole who came from Oklahoma and came to Paris 20 years ago and lives there and thinks that they're better than everybody else on the planet and that they're Parisians. But dude, you came from Oklahoma. Come on, dude. Hold on with that bullshit.
It's like Monaco, isn't it? It's like Monaco.
Yeah, Monaco I love though, but there's a lot of old money floating around in Monaco, and then you got new money floating around in Monaco trying to show off, trying to get in with the old money. I love Monaco. Monaco's cool too.
You see, the problem is, what's his name? The prince. He Rainier, is it Rainier? Whatever his name is. He gives citizenship to a handful of people every year. But people are like, they're nearly forgetting about the real Moroccan people,
Oh, the people who are in Monaco, they can't even afford to live there anymore. They have to live outside Monaco and then work in Monaco. It's crazy.
Work in Monaco, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, they really move outside of it because they just can't afford it anymore.
And it's not even a big place. It's not even that big.
Very small.
Yeah.
Very, very small. But it is awesome. It's a lot of fun there.
Yeah. I had to laugh at the hotel I was staying in. You were talking about penthouse things. This hotel in this village. We were looking for this hotel. And this guy with this poodle comes walking towards us. And I'm looking around. And he obviously saw we were lost. And he goes, bonjour. And all this, bonjour, you know. And then he goes, my name is Philippe. I was in the Navy. And I went, I could gather that. Right? So he was like, what are you looking for? So he turned out to be the owner of the hotel.
Oh, wow.
And, in the mornings he'd be there, and it was an Irish-German wedding, so there was a few guests staying there. And the Germans be looking for this, the Germans be looking for that. And he'd say, pardon, no, we have not. Then I'd look for something, and he'd be, Simon, yes, no problem. And the fucking Germans were out to lynch me because I was getting everything off him, and they were getting nothing like what they asked for. He just didn't like the Germans.
Well, yeah, there is a big prejudice against Germans, but there's also a lot of Europeans and all through Africa, that's the same thing. Like they can, if you're a fat person, if they can see you from a distance away, you're like somebody who's fat. They think it must be Germans or Americans.
Yeah,
yeah. Because Germans and Americans are both very obese. We're fat fucks over here. So, yeah. And it was really funny. So I'm walking through. I'm in Casablanca in Morocco. And me and my girlfriend are walking down the street, and it's during the holidays, so all the restaurants are closed, the stores are all closed. There's, the hotel, the high-end hotels are open. There's a handful of restaurants around the city that are open, but only for tourists. So they won't serve the people there because, you're not allowed to. They only serve liquor and alcohol to tourists, not to people who live in Morocco because it's against the Islamic religion. So we're a block and a half to almost 2 blocks away. And all of a sudden, the guy is looking out. He can only see the sun's behind us. The sun is behind us, so he can only see our silhouette. And he sees me, this fat fuck, walking down the street. And immediately he goes back inside. They have speakers outside on the sidewalk. And then they just turn up Sweet Home Alabama really loud. You can hear it like 2 blocks away. Sweet Home Alabama. And so we come over to the restaurant. As soon as they bring us in, sit us down, as soon as we sit down, they turn the music off. It was just like for the bug zapper. They put that little light on to attract Americans. That was Sweet Home Alabama song. That was the sign language. This way, Americans. Come on over here and eat. It was hilarious.
Oh, man. That's bad.
Yeah, and hilarious.
I wonder what.
And I asked him, I said, how did you know we were Americans? And the guy just said, he was like open about it. He said, well, you had to either be American or German. You were so fat.
They'd probably be playing 99 Red Balloons.
That sounds polite.
Exactly.
Red Balloons. Jesus. Rock Me Amadeus or something,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, boy.
Exactly.
I haven't heard that song in a long time.
Yeah, it's actually good.
It's a good song.
Amadeus,
yeah.
Amadeus.
Amadeus. Rock Me Amadeus.
Falco,
that was a great song.
Yeah, Falco. I remember that.
Yep,
yeah.
Falco.
The only thing is I couldn't understand the German.
Yeah, right here.
The only German I know is Das Bier.
There you go.
What, baby? What, Frank?
No. I said he said Das Bier. I'm like, oh, that's good.
Das gut.
And danke. Thank you.
Das gut.
Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye.
Schnell.
Oh, yes, even know a few words.
Awesome. Tommy, what are you eating, baby?
That's
so weird.
Roast beef and mozzarella French dip.
Ooh, nice.
Nice. Geez, French
Tasty.
team tonight, isn't it? French team tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, I thought I'd go French with you guys.
I love it. I love it.
Yes,
Yeah,
over
it's
from the diner. I had this for breakfast, which was kind of insane.
oh, that's
And
cool.
but I'm parked and I never brought it in the house, so I'm like, I may as well eat it. What the hell?
Here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
Talking about food, you know Christmas is coming, guys. 42 days away or something. Do you have mince pies in England, in America? No.
No.
They're like these fruit pies.
No.
Yeah.
No. Mixed fruit.
Well, I know what it is, but we don't have it here. I mean, you could get it at English shops, yes, or at an international shop, you can get it.
Yeah.
But like regular shops.
Yeah, they're about that big. There's 6 in a box. And then 2 years ago, Tesco's here, which would be a supermarket, they do them on offer every Christmas. And I ate 20 boxes, and I got really sick, and it put me off them for. But
shit!
I tried a couple this year so far. I'm not going to eat 20 boxes.
No, you got to be careful, baby. Be careful. Don't get sick.
I got a reaction to them. Blech. And I mean a reaction.
It's kind of funny because I think that in America, I think it's illegal to make haggis at restaurants, but I've made haggis a bunch of times, and
I don't think it is.
I love it.
Dude, I don't think it is.
It isn't?
I had it at I had it at a restaurant in Manhattan. So I don't think it's illegal.
Well, I thought that there was some kind of thing against making haggis. I'm going to check that up right now.
Because of the offal in it, is it?
I'm not sure. I'm not really sure why. A restaurant owner had told me that they were going to do it, but it was illegal to make it in the U.S.
Okay, gentlemen, I will have to peel off here.
Okay, baby, I love you. And I will talk to you soon.
Yeah, we're gonna go. I'm gonna have my last meal with my wife before she leaves me on the train. Leaves on the train there.
Well,
say bye, honey.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. Ciao.
See, isn't it the hotter person out of both of us? They're like, now she could be on instead of me because look at Devin. He's like winking. Yeah, see, have her on instead. She's a little bit hotter than me.
Just put a beard on her,
yeah,
and then
but
we
she
can
hasn't got as good a beard.
Put a beard on her, and then okay. Well, no, this is not a Greek. She's not Greek, so we don't need any like.
For Halloween, she should dress up as me with that long hair.
Yeah.
There we go. We could do that. You could, another Jesus. Got it. So, well, you guys have a good one. We'll see you shortly.
Yep. Yeah. Love you. Have a great day, you guys. Bye-bye.
Take care, man.
So haggis can't be exported to the United States. That's what it says.
That's because of the offal.
And haggis, the traditional haggis is banned in the United States, Tom. So they may make a version of it that's like in some way is that they don't use all the traditional ingredients. But the traditional haggis, Scottish haggis, is banned to be made in the United States.
Yeah, that's because of the offal. The offal. I think they probably put more just flavor in and probably use mince and a bit of more oats and stuff in it if you make it in the US.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's the oats they put in there if they make it in the United States.
Yeah, because especially exporting offal from different countries mightn't be very good either. You know what I mean?
Right.
Importing, I mean.
But that's interesting. That I thought that was the case, but you never know. Sometimes laws will change or whatever. And they probably, the place in New York City in Manhattan that made it, they probably used different ingredients that wasn't the traditional
just
stuff.
A different version, yeah.
Yeah.
I would imagine because it was actually at a whiskey dinner at a Scottish bar. So I don't know.
Yeah, be like a different version. Like
you can't export it to the U.S. and it's banned making it. So,
One time you had what you call it, Lars, guys? Mad cow disease over here, you know.
Well, that's because they don't give them enough love and attention. You got to put a little tenderness in there. Give them a couple kisses.
But you couldn't have a T-bone steak. They wouldn't sell you a T-bone steak. The only steaks they sell you was off the bone, because apparently the disease affected in the bones and that. You know.
Yeah.
No. I used to go mad because there was more flavor on a T-bone steak sometimes if you fancy it. No way would it give it to you in the butcher's.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on now with the mad cow disease. I'm not really sure if people are really paying attention to that.
Yeah. 2 cows in a field. One says to the other, "What do you think of mad cow disease?" He says, "How the hell would I know?" He says, "I'm a fucking duck."
That's awesome. Oh shit.
No, it's classic.
I love that. It was good. Fucking duck. Which now for Thanksgiving I am going to make some ducks. I'll probably have a 2 or 3 different style ducks I'm going to make for Thanksgiving.
All right, I'm coming over. Sure.
Yeah, baby. I'm going to be Thanksgiving. I'm going to the actual day of Thanksgiving. I'm actually not cooking. I'm going to my dentist for Thanksgiving with him and his family. But on the Saturday right after Thanksgiving, my ex-wife, her daughter, and a bunch of my friends are coming over, and we're going to celebrate it there. I'm going to make another Thanksgiving dinner on Saturday.
Wow, you're busy then. Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas dinners. I always do the cooking at Christmas, though. I love Christmas Eve. I do all the
I
prep
love
on
that.
Christmas Eve. I love prepping on Christmas Eve, and I love the cooking. And if anybody gets in my way, you might as well get in the way of a Tasmanian devil, because I'm like, me, I'm doing it, and that's it. And I don't like any cooks, anybody in the kitchen. I have to do it from scratch, start to finish. And then
I love that.
Happy then when people enjoy it, you know what I mean? But if somebody comes in when I'm cooking, it's like a demon is in the kitchen.
That's how I am. I fucking hate it when people are buzzing around me when I'm trying to cook. I'm like, get the fuck out of my way. Stop shitting my fucking stove.
Get out.
Devin, next year, if you're out this way, we got to do Thanksgiving together and do a crazy-ass Thanksgiving dinner. We'll do something crazy.
I will grill you a turkey.
Fuck, but not just that. We got to just do something really over the top. We'll plan it out.
I thought you said we're going to grill. Say you're going to grill him a bobcat.
Oh yeah, we could do that too. Yeah, we may. We'll catch one, grill it up. I'm not opposed to eating cat.
No. I prefer eating meat for breakfast though, not dinner.
True story.
Maybe a little for dessert.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey,
can't get better.
I got to take off. I got an appointment, but it was great to know you guys.
Okay, baby. Well, I love you. Thank you for coming on, Tommy. And I'll see you soon.
Tommy. Nice to meet you,
All right,
Tommy.
man.
Love you, brother.
Shalom.
Have a great day.
Shalom, brother.
Yeah, that was good, man. That was funny. Tommy writes for a bunch of. He used to write for Lou Rothman on at JR Cigars, a huge cigar catalog company and a chain of cigar stores across America.
Yeah,
and he's written for a lot of cigar companies.
Yeah, funny enough, I heard JR Cigars. Every time I try to get onto them, it gives, because of GDPR in your area, you know, or something like that, you can't get onto the JR Cigar site from here, which is
right.
A bummer, you know.
It's a big site. It's got a lot of stuff going on. They got a lot of shit on there.
They really do, right?
Always some sort of coupons or discounts or whatever going on. My what do you call it? I get notifications on my phone for the discounts they do every damn day. I got like my promotions folder in my email account is just full of their shit.
JR Cigars.
Can't get through it all. I'm like, damn, you guys are gonna make me go broke if I try all this.
I think that's the object.
That's why I'm happy. Well, not happy. I'm happy that there's no such thing as that we can't do cigar bid in Ireland or the UK, because I'd be broke. I'd be freaking remortgaged and everything. You know, temptation would just be killing me to go, yeah, I'll bid on that, I'll bid on that, I'll bid on that. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I do.
I was like, oh, man. At least to be fed up, fucking boxes and come to the door. So maybe in a good way, it's a good thing, you know? It's like the other day when I got the box and Lisa goes, Lars Tetens. And I went, whoa! Yay! Woohoo!
Yahtzee.
It's really good.
Yeah, that is good. I'm going to talk to some other friends of mine that own cigar companies, see if they'll send you out some sticks too.
Ooh, yeah.
And I even smoked one for the I smoked one on the Zoom the other night.
Oh, that's awesome.
On the Tuesday.
You know,
when Des was on.
Oh, that's very cool. You know, Devin is the owner of Classic Sticks. Him and James Paul.
I never knew. Do you own a cigar company, Devin?
Yes, he owns a cigar company.
I never knew that. I just thought you were a surfboard kid. That's what I thought. Just a nice surfboarder dude. That's what I thought you were. A friendly surfboarder dude.
I'm incognito.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he owns a really good cigar company with that guy James.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Incognito. Been keeping it quiet for the time being a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm working on the website and getting it done. I'm just waiting on a few things so I can do some proper photo shoots and whatnot, and then have a nice, pretty website for everyone to go to.
Oh, cool. I just thought, when I said classic Devon, I thought it was something to do with the Beach Boys or something. You know? Laid back and, California kind of thing. That's what I thought it was. Fair play. Geez, you learn something new every day. My mother always told me that. Yeah.
You should have classic Devon and then in quotes, hot Jesus. Because I love that. That's awesome. Hot Jesus.
Yeah, classic Devon quotes hot Jesus all the time.
Yeah, there we go. I love it.
A high priest. It's like the other. It's like we were on the Zoom the other night, and Des was the guest and talking.
I still need to get on yours. I keep forgetting when it is.
Tuesday, 2:00 your time. Are you in California?
Yeah, so it'd be 11 o'clock my time.
11
then,
o'clock
right?
your time. Yeah, 11 o'clock.
Tuesday.
Yeah, come on to it. It's cool.
Remind me, Cy, and I'll get on too on Tuesday.
Yeah, I'll remind you guys on Tuesday.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I had to laugh at, Des's beard. We're talking about beards.
Of course.
There's a program in England called Peaky Blinders, right?
I love that program.
Yeah, and Des was in it,
I know that. I know that.
He said, and whatever way the line went or the internet went, we're interviewing him, and he said, I was in a jail. He was a Russian Cossack, right?
I remember.
I said, you were a Russian ballsack? So I thought he said Russian ballsack. But it was Cossack.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That was a great show, man. That I've seen all the shows. I love that. Peaky Blinders is just the best. I'm going to probably binge watch it again.
Yeah, there's so many episodes, though.
I know.
Tons.
But, I'll put something on I've seen before. I'll just put it on in the background while I'm working. So,
yeah.
It's just, I don't really like listening to music. So I'll listen to podcasts or I'll listen to, a movie that I've seen a million times before because I know the whole movie anyways in my head.
Yeah.
So I just listen to it and do my work on my computer.
Yeah. I watched two good things lately. I watched The Roman Empire, which was like a series documentary, but there was like actors and a little bit of documentary in it. But fucking hell, it was 3 seasons. But I watched the 3 seasons in a week. But as you Lars, say I was doing something, or I was on the computer, or I was helping out with something, I had it on, and I could still kind of keep up with it, rather than kind of just having to sit there and watch it,
Right.
And I watched one thing about the French Revolution. Holy shit. And the alternative, it was mad. It was mad. It was a take on the French Revolution with a vampire element. And
oh my God,
it was fucking brilliant. It was
what was
creepy.
it? Because I would love to see that. That sounds really fun.
Le Revolution, Ellie Revolution.
Okay, I'm going to look that up.
Netflix, it was on.
Shit.
Unbelievably brilliant. Unbelievably brilliant. Scares as hell. Nothing scares me, but that was scared me, man. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Hey, the real French Revolution was scary as fuck too, because people were just getting beheaded like a motherfucker. They were just going buck wild on beheading people.
Well, you want to see this. This kind of gives you the history of the revolution, but it looks at it from that it was a demonized vampire, something that started off through that. And like this big castle where in the dungeon was this person that bought back this blood from some foreign island years ago, and then that belonged to vampires. But I won't tell you anymore. It goes on from there for about 10 episodes, and it's fucking gruesome, brilliant. It's just absolutely fantastic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's so funny too, because I think that kind of is like cool, but it gives you the feeling of like what it probably was really like during French Revolution, because these people were terrified because there was no winning. The people who were throwing the revolution, who were the heroes, became the villains the next 2 months later. Yeah. And they were just killing, and it went on a blood rage where they just were killing people like crazy.
Yeah, they were killing all the gentry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
All the to-dos. But then all the to-dos were kind of letting the people in Paris and starve. That was the fucking problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Marie Antoinette said, let them eat cake. You know what I mean? Because the wheat was going, you know, and everything like that. But Paris was an absolute shithole before the French Revolution. And what they used to do, you know, it was a gated city, and if you look at Paris from above, the roads go out. So if you wanted to get out of the city, you had to pay a toll to go into the countryside. The peasants couldn't, the normal people couldn't pay a toll. It was full of tanneries, full of raw open sewage. People were dying. People are actually dying from the toxins from the flipping in the air coming off the river because of the tanneries. And then the only ones that could get out was the gentry, and they go to Versailles, to the castle in the country. So Paris was an absolute, the people just got fed up. And no matter what happened, the gentry wouldn't do anything. They were greedy. They were thinking to themselves, holding lavish parties, doing whatever they want. And then the people just had enough. And of course, next minute, the guillotine. They started attacking everybody and chopping heads off and tearing people to shreds on the streets. It was freaking mental. But they got what they wanted, kind of. And they cleaned Paris up. They cleaned Paris up. Paris became one of the cleanest cities in Europe. Probably the world at the time.
Yeah.
Like basically the people were wallowing in a cesspit of crap, basically.
Yeah. I can't even imagine how bad it must have smelled back then.
It was apparently horrendous. But sometimes certain parts of the river in the city, was it the Seine it's called, where the tanneries used to, you know, they'd gut all the animals, throw all the guts into the river, they tan all the hides with different stuff to make the leather. And the smell in some parts, when it got so bad and the wind didn't bring it away, if you walked through it, you dropped dead. You died. That was it. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So it was bad. Like, it was really, really fucking bad. I remember watching a few documentaries on it, and it was the people had no wonder they revolted or whatever it's called. You know, no wonder they revolted. Fucking hell.
Yeah, you can't go ahead and live like that.
Yeah, because it's not a living.
No.
It's absolutely despicable. And then, of course, the rich just thought, saw them, you know what I mean? You know, they'll be all right.
Well, you know, the thing is that the wealthy class throughout the ages have always kind of dehumanized poor people.
Yeah.
So they didn't see them as human beings. They were always less than. So they didn't really care about the people.
No.
Which is a sad thing, you know. And the people don't care.
It is sad, isn't it? It is sad. But then again, if the rich didn't have people supplying them with food, cooking, building places, even from the smallest thing, what would they be? Servants. They had servants. They had everything. If they had no people, You know, what the fuck?
Right.
They might as well live in a mud cabin. Well, who's going to build their mud cabin?
Right. That's right.
Because they're so flipping privileged.
Yeah, they weren't working.
No, exactly.
And you really, also back then, you were born into class. So if you weren't born into that wealthy class, then you couldn't really, it was very difficult to rise up to that.
Yeah.
Or to build up to that. Very, very few people were ever able to do that. It was like, you know, it was like almost like a God-given birthright.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you want to get to watch that, because that gives, even though it's a quirky storyline to it, it gives a massive history about what was happening during the revolution as well in that series. It's actually very, very Revolution. It's called. It's very, very good.
I think that it probably is. Is better than if they just had the regular real thing, because it really did. It was like a bloodlust. It was almost like a blood cult or a blood cult lust, because if you really study about the French Revolution, it was insane.
Yeah. And you know, people did, like, when they were killing the people, they started off wondering, oh, gee, what do we do? But then when people get used to killing, there's no stopping them. You know what I mean? That's the problem. It's like an animalistic instinct. But and at the end of the day, we're all animals at the end of the day. You know?
And that guillotine was being used all the time on everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, they were just
sharpened that. It must have been good.
Yeah. A lot of sharpening had to go on there.
Yeah. Head in a basket. I wouldn't fancy my head in a basket, to be honest.
No.
Because they say that it cuts so quick that when the guillotine comes down and your head hits the basket, the blood flow is still going in your head for about 10 seconds or something. So you can, and 10 seconds is a long time if you're, you know, if you put your finger into a flame for 10 seconds, you'd have to pull it back out because you wouldn't last 10 seconds. So imagine you're in a basket and you're just like, you know, when you're flipping heads, your body's gone, you know what I mean? So you're still thinking for those seconds.
Right. And you're still technically kind of alive even there. Yeah,
because you're still because of the blood flow, your eyes will still blink and you'll still probably think something, you know what I mean? Probably, oh shit, but
yeah, that's exactly right. You're like, fuck.
Oh shit, I've had it now. Oh shit. No, man. Oh, it must have been horrendous. You know?
Yeah, I can't even imagine it.
It's mad.
Well, I have. I'm gonna for the people who like Chinese thing.
Large Tetens. It as big as your dick. If you like Chinese.
Oh, that makes me laugh.
Me too. Just so we can get politically correct up in this bitch.
You can't say bitch. There's women watching.
Oh, yeah.
How'd you know who's watching? I never see who's watching.
My ex-wife watches all of them.
My mother watches them sometimes.
Oh, that's cool.
But my mother's mad, so it's okay. I'll be like that. My mom sometimes she'll say things to me and I'll go, Mother, stop, don't be telling me about that. You're my mother, you know what I mean?
I love that. That's good.
Oh, Jesus. She'd be funny. She'd be funny about something. I'd be like, Mom, you're my mother. Leave it. Don't be saying it. Don't. I'd be scarred for life, you know.
My mom did the same thing.
Jesus. You know. And she go on about she has a saying called the men long go, right? And I'd be like, I don't want to hear about the men long go, Mother. I don't want to hear about the men long go. Oh, God. The old priests and everything, I'd be like, Mom, stop. She used to go to me, there was some priest, And she goes, Father Flaherty, something, and she say, he'd pump salvation into you that big. And I'd be like, Mother, stop.
Oh, shit. That's awesome. That is awesome.
I said, we're good Catholic, you know? We're good Catholic people. That reminds me of the joke. Did you hear about that joke that the little altar boy was walking into the sacristy and where the priest gets changed, you know? And he seen the priest, and the priest was playing with himself. And he says, what are you doing, Father? What are you doing? He says, I'm having a wank, son. And he goes, that's disgusting. And he goes, don't be silly. He says, you'll be doing it soon. And he goes, how do you know? He says, because my wrist is getting tired.
Oh, that was awesome.
I apologize to all you good Catholics out there who are watching.
I love that.
God knows I'm only joking.
Devin, what were you going to say? Do you have one here? I love the Catholic Church. I went to it when I was a young kid because I'm Jewish, so the Catholic really Church is the perfect place because in the Catholic Church they train their daughters from very young age to get down on their knees for the Jew. Yep. Happy birthday.
To you.
Talking about the little baby Jesus. Happy birthday.
Yeah, it's nearly his birthday.
Hey, Cricket. How are you, baby? It's great to see you.
So, Devin, what's been happening with Devin's? What's been happening at your neck of the woods? Anything exciting?
Cigars.
Cigars.
That's pretty exciting. Working on
cigars.
Starting to get these out there. Otherwise, not a whole. Whoa. I've been working on the koi pond for my parents, and damn near have that thing to where you can see to the bottom.
That's awesome.
It's probably, I don't know, four foot deep maybe. And for the longest time, it was green.
Wow.
And I've been working on it for probably half of the year, and it's finally beginning to be clear enough to like see the bottom. There's this light at the bottom that's probably 8 inches tall, and I know the water is getting clear when I can see that thing.
Yeah.
So before I got on here, I was actually looking around for to put in there that float on the top of the water so it'll stay a little more clear. But other than getting the website ready to go for the cigars, not a whole lot happening over here. But pretty fucking exciting.
That's good. Well, you kept busy with it.
Yeah, baby. That cigar looks beautiful, dude.
It tastes beautiful, too.
Do you know what I liked about it looks nice. Good. You know those cigars that you sent me, Lars?
Yes.
I thought it was fabulous. You know the band on them, right?
Yeah.
As a shield and the 2 axes on it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I thought it was cool because Sweeney's were Sweeney's of the battle axes. And then, our ancestors. So when I saw the 2 axes on it, I thought, that's cool. It just look cool, I'm gonna save. I saved the first band anyway, so I'm gonna put that on a pride of place next to the Sweeney motto. The Sweeney crest.
I love that
crest. You have the battle axe, the shield, then the battle axe at the top of the crest. So I have the cigar band. I'm gonna make up this. Found this beautiful piece of wood that I'm gonna do. I have an idea for.
That'd be very cool, man.
You will, won't it?
I love that. Yeah, the cigar is good too. This is a cigar that Jose gave me from
I'm gonna go get one of my own beers.
From one of his cigar lines. And it's like a little bit stronger than a mellow, like a mild cigar, but it's really tasty. It's Dominican, and it looks like, yeah, very tasty. And it's got like a Connecticut shade grown in Dominican Republic, so it's a little darker than the traditional Connecticut shade, but the wrapper leaf is good. Very tasty, Sick.
I always find with Connecticut shade wrappers that you get more flavor than a Connecticut wrapper. Probably because they're grown under the shade and seems to bring a little bit more sweetness out as well. You know, natural sweetness.
And it's supposed to have like some Cuban seed that's grown in Dominican Republic that's in this cigar. So that's kind of cool. It's got an interesting taste to it, interesting flavor.
Yeah. I smoked a cigar last week. I done a live review with Des. It actually took 1 hour 40 minutes to smoke the cigar, 45 minutes. But we you know Hiram and Solomon.
Yeah.
He smoked the Master Mason, and we done the review together. We cut him at the same time. We lit him at the same time. So we done it live, on Facebook. And which Master Mason is like a Maduro, I think. It's fairly, strong. I had the what you call it, the entered apprentice, right? Which I couldn't say. Flipping all through the review, we were talking, this is the entered apprentice, because it just sounded a bit ropey to me, because I thought to myself, if the Masons, it's on the team of the Masons. So the Master Mason is the head Mason guy, and then an entered apprentice is your first level on the ladder to go into the Masons.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, but I found it was a Connecticut shade wrapper of mine, and I must say there was Paraguayan tobacco in it as well. It was absolutely delicious. Paraguay, Nicaraguan, and Honduran. It was absolutely delicious, I must say, And I was a bit. I think Des was a little bit disappointed with Master Mason. He thought it was good, but he thought it would have a little bit more flavor, and a little bit more smoke. But the entered apprentice was, I hate saying that word, the entered apprentice. Imagine if the Catholic Church bought out a cigar that could call it the entered altar boy. But it was actually very, very good. And the construction stayed consistent all the way through. Like your one the other night. The construction on those, you sent me, was just perfect. Absolutely.
Hey, those are all old cigars, dude. That's like all stuff that goes back over 30 years.
Wow.
That's the stuff you're smoking.
That's a privilege. Thank you, Lars.
No problem.
Fantastic. I was like a kid at Christmas when they came.
Oh, it's so funny. John Reamer is at some party or something. The cigar guy from Cigars International. Here, I'm going to hang on. Hang on 1 second. I'm about to get on and put him on our show too. Hang on 1 second. Let's.
So hold on 1 second.
Let's see.
Take a quick walk inside.
No.
And then we're gonna go over to the brew pub. Take a walk through there quick.
I guess he's going through a brew pub.
We're on live. Say hi to
Yeah.
everybody. In the house.
That's funny.
Johnny was my guest a couple of weeks. Me and Andy's guest a couple of weeks before you. He's funny.
Oh,
guy.
really?
Yeah, he's a lovely guy.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He really is.
That D-Train, isn't it? The D-Train cigar from Protocol or something? It's sold.
Yeah. It's the J Train for John.
J Train, that's it. Why do I say D Train? Was there something called a D Train before?
Double D Train?
Yeah, it must have been a song. Yeah, the J Train. Protocol cigars make them, weren't they, for him?
Yeah. He does a lot with that stuff.
He's a nice guy though.
Very good guy.
Yeah, I like him. I like Johnny. Johnny smokes uncut.
Good dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this seltzer water. It's black cherry and vanilla.
Oh yeah. Black cherry.
Wegmans.
Mm.
Very good. And the other one that Wegmans make that I just finished is a lime mint. That's really good.
Yeah.
It's like I kind of feel like a mojito kind of idea. You know, you put a little bit of rum with that.
Mm.
You got and a little stevia, so there's no sugar. You got yourself a little mojito.
Yeah.
Little mojito action.
Oh. I have a bottle of Habano. What's it called? Havana Club in there.
Yep.
The white one. Then I think fucking Lisa drank half the bottle of the other one, the dark one, the whatever it's called, because she had toothache. But I tell you one thing, she drank some of it, and she didn't have toothache after that, and that was a few weeks ago. Much work for something.
Yeah, I really enjoy. Well, I don't drink. Really, I haven't even drank any alcohol in the last 2 years. But when I do have I'll have an ounce over a 5-hour period of time. And usually I'm not at parties. I'm not out of my house. I don't like to be anywhere outside of my house and drink because, I'm not going to drive and drink anything. But it's really funny because they have I love rum. I love tequila. I love bourbon, whiskey, all of that. But I'll only have very, very small amount and then slowly sip it.
Yeah.
And rum is awesome. Mojitos are awesome. I love that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And margaritas. I only really drink 2 mixed drinks, and that's margaritas.
Don't like gin.
You don't like gin?
No.
Oh, you just haven't had the right one yet.
Yeah, because there are some gins that are so damn good. I love juniper berries.
Yeah.
That flavor.
Well, the original gin, the old, I don't know, beef eater or whatever it's fucking called.
Right.
Oh, yuck! I just don't like it.
I make gin martinis, dirty gin martinis that are amazing, and I make a really good gin martini that I use fresh mint leaves and fresh basil leaves that I mulch up over ice. And I make that with gin, and it's really damn good.
Yeah, you see, if I'd done that, what's it? Experiment a little bit, be adventurous. I think just brings it straight on its own. Is like yuck.
If it's really good gin, then you could drink it room temperature, and really, it has a delicious flavor with that juniper berry kind of thing on it. But it's got to be really high end.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to find your, what do you call it? The flavor profile you kind of like, too. Some of them are really heavy with the ginger. They taste really metallic, and some people like it. I'm not one of those. But there are gins out there that will blow your fucking mind.
Yeah.
But you can drink it like you can a bourbon or something. Just sip on it.
Yeah.
There's
You were saying, Dev?
There's a company out here. What?
No, we were just go on, baby. Tell us about it.
Oh, there's a company that I visited probably 10 years ago now, and I haven't been back. They're up in Northern California in Sebastopol is their original distillery called Spirit Works. They make like a vodka, whiskey, bourbon, gin. And that was the first gin I tasted that I was just like, holy shit, I can drink this stuff over ice and just have a great time. And their vodka was really different too. Because vodka, most people compare it to like rubbing alcohol, but that's kind of what happens when you're only paying like $10 for a bottle. It tastes like shit. You may as well use it to clean with. But they use this certain kind of wheat that even after distillation, you get this real like butter cream frosting kind of smell to it. It's not like flavored or sweetened or anything, but just the grains that they used was just so buttery, creamy. Like the first time I smelled it, I was like, "Holy shit, this is like buttercream frosting." But God, you just gotta like be willing to explore.
Yeah, that's it.
There's some stuff out there.
Yeah. Well, see,
it's like there's bourbons out there that are fucking terrible.
Yeah. I have a habit with that. I don't mind whiskey neat, bourbon neat, except Jim Beam. I think that's like piss water. But the if I'm drinking other things like vodka, I like it with a bit of Coke and a bit of ice. But Grey Goose vodka is good. You know what I mean? Because it's a very good vodka. But when it comes to other things, I prefer shorts. We call them shorts here. I prefer them in cocktails because I like to get something with something sweet, cranberry or I just like sweet things with the other ones. I love experimenting or going into a place like Cafe Insane and trying different cocktails for some reason. It's just there's some beautiful.
I really like old fashioned, if I go somewhere that has old fashioned on the menu or the capabilities to make one, I like to try it because there are some places out there that just make them so fucking sweet that. And then there's some that make them not so sweet. Some make them with like cherries or cherry juice or some weird shit. I like to experiment with them.
Yeah, I like a black.
I like my old fashions about half as sweet as recipe would call for. So it's kind of fun to go out and see how everybody does it.
Yeah, vodka, Kahlua, and Coke, and a little Guinness Head on top is absolutely delicious. You know what I mean? The problem is you drink too many of them and you end up like the hangover the next day. That's the problem. You're fucking dying. It tastes too nice. Yeah, Kahlua, vodka, Coke, and a Guinness Head. A little bit of Guinness Head. Absolutely.
Well, I like most things with head.
Yeah.
Most things with a little head.
Lars. I sound like pastor now when he used to go side. When I'm telling my Jesus jokes. Oh, God.
I love them. Good. Yeah, it looks like a beautiful day out there, Devin.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's a lot warmer than it has been randomly. I don't know, it's probably 80 degrees, but it's been, in the mid 60s for the last few weeks. And then we've had a couple of days of warm weather like today. Let's see. Oh, shit. Oh, that hurt. Let's see.
Look at that, for Christ's sake.
Oh, look at that, how
skies,
beautiful that is. Yeah.
Stop making us jealous. You're making me jealous.
Look at that.
I gotta get you the feel of it here.
Yeah, look at that, dude.
There you go. That's the view.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful?
Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, superb.
I prefer to spend most of my time in the shade, though.
Yeah.
Like in my little corner over here.
Yeah, Jesus was like
with
that.
the koi pond. That's awesome.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, look here.
Only downside is it's really breezy, so the smoke keeps blowing back up my damn nose.
Oh, shit.
Can you see the beautiful view here, guys?
Oh,
no.
man.
Look at that.
Black and beautiful. Black and beautiful.
Well, yeah, that's true. It's like I like my women.
Oh, shit.
You're funny. Listen, guys, I got to shoot off because family.
I think we're all going to kind of go, but let me go ahead and play our little thing, and then we'll go on to the we'll say goodbye.
I'm so stupid, I can't even shoot a gun. I'm so stupid, I see everything. body as one. I can't even be blue. I can't even. Hey, yeah, I'm such a man. I'm a retard. I'm such a man. I'm a retard. I'm so stupid. 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 I'm so stupid.
Awesome. We all love you. Have a great evening, guys, and a great day.